Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to talk about Xavi Hernandez's Barcelona, because we have talked about how Xavi wants this specific player, or he does want this center back or this winger. And we have also spoken about what style we could see under Xavi's Barcelona. But in today's video, we're going to be taking this into a different route. I do want to talk about what players are going to be the most important under Xavi's Barcelona, like what players are going to be capable to execute what Xavi is going to be demanding. Because I have analyzed Al-Sadd many times over the past 4 to 5 days, and now I'm starting to understand the foundation that we could see at the very least coming from Barcelona. Because look, we cannot say that Barcelona is going to play exactly like Al-Sadd, because at Barcelona there are going to be tweaks that are going to be made, so there is going to be different options. Xavi Hernandez is going to be having so many more resources in order to tweak his playing style, which is why I cannot say that, oh, we're just going to be playing like Al-Sadd and that's about it. No, I think that this Barcelona is going to look a little different compared to the Al-Sadd under Xavi Hernandez. So just to give everyone an idea on what type of Barcelona we could see, the one thing that I could say is this: most of the things that we have seen at Al-Sadd under Xavi Hernandez, we have seen those things and those tendencies under Pep Guardiola's Manchester City over the years. And Xavi has always praised Manchester City for being such a great team, for playing football in a specific way. Xavi Hernandez loves the city under Pep Guardiola. And so now, with the full understanding on what we could see with this Barcelona under Xavi Hernandez, there is going to be a total of 4 players that are going to be instrumental if Xavi wants to execute his version of Barcelona. But before we go further into this video, I do want to talk about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app is the best football app you could find within the App Store when it comes to the latest transfer news, the daily news, anything that you do want to follow regarding your favorite player or your favorite club or your team or any international team. All of that is going to be compact within the OneFootball app. And for those of you guys who are in the UK, one of the best new features that the OneFootball app does carry, it is having La Liga highlights within the app. So if you guys do want to find any highlights regarding Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Valencia, whichever club you do desire, the OneFootball app will be having that and right inside your phone. So the link is going to be in the description box down below. By clicking that link, you guys will be able to support me and this YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated. But now let's get back into the video, and starting with player number 1, and that is going to be Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati again is going to be a very instrumental player for Xavi's Barcelona, because without Ansu Fati, it's going to be extremely hard for this Barcelona to advance in the attack. When they do want to attack in that final third, they're going to need someone like Ansu Fati. And usually what we are going to be tending to see is basically see Ansu Fati keep his position very wide and to be very patient, to understand that the ball will eventually come towards him, but it is going to be taking some time. But as soon as you do receive the ball in the wide area, when he is touching the line, then he can switch play and change the tempo and attack moving forward. Like, the whole idea is going to be for him to go from 0 to 100 in terms of changing the pace of the game. Let me give you guys a great example to show you guys exactly what I am talking about. We can see here that the ball is received by one of the wingers. Once he does receive the ball, he does not even hesitate, not even for a second. He passes the ball towards one of the players, one of the teammates passes it back towards him, and now there you go. The winger receives it back and he explodes and he attacks the open space, and the opposition is caught. They're like, what the heck just happened? But you see how that change of tempo really does change the goal scoring opportunity for the team. And then as we can see this play continue to go, we can see that the player runs very close to the box, and then you can see other teammates run into the box. So in Barcelona's case, that could be either Frenkie or Serginho Dest running into the box. We know that Frenkie de Jong knows how to time his runs very well, and so again, in Barcelona's case, we can see Ansu Fati make that bursting run from the left flank. We can see Frenkie or Dest or maybe Memphis Depay run into the box, and then Ansu Fati can either score the goal on his own, take down players on his own, or he can find someone else inside the box. It's very simple. It gives Barcelona so many more opportunities. So that takeoff is going to be needed. And this is also another way of saying that Xavi is going to give Ansu the best opportunity to be the best player that he could be. Notice how he will give Ansu a decision to be creative. He can either take the ball on his own and score the goal on his own, or be that player to make the assist and give another player the goal. Moving on to player number 2, and that is going to be Riqui Puig and Xavi. I'm going to be putting 2 players within player number 2, and for different reasons, right? I'm going to be explaining why I'm putting Xavi and Puig in the exact same section of this video. So starting with Riqui Puig, Xavi is going to be accustomed, right, to having his interiors sit very high. So for example, we could see Barcelona, I'm just going based off what City has been doing and what Al-Sadd has been doing, but we could see Barcelona set a formation of a 3-2-5, right? 3 defenders, 2 midfielders, and 5 attackers. The interiors that we are talking about could be Puig and Xavi, with Memphis Depay being between Puig and Xavi in that 5-man attacking second line. And the only reason why I do believe that Xavi is going to want Puig and Gavi to be that high and sit that high when Barcelona do want to attack is because he wants players like Puig especially to receive the ball very high, because when you have the ball very high, you can create right outside the box. Because I just think that Xavi's not going to want his interiors to waste time and sit deep and sit right next to either Frankie de Jong or Busquets, because then you're going to be having the whole defense right in front of you. And that is why we did see in the past 6 to 7 months these interiors like Frankie or Busquets or Pedri or Gavi, whoever it may be so stale. Like they looked like they could not find any solutions. They just sit in their own spot. And so I do believe that Xavi is going to want players like Busquets or Frankie to find those players like Gavi or Ricky Puig when they're sitting very high. And once Puig does receive, he will have players right next to him in order to create right outside the box or inside the box, either with Ansu or Memphis or Dembele or Serginho Dest. He wants to put Ricky Puig in a very dangerous position for the opposition. As for Gavi, the reason why I want to put Gavi in this is because we also do see Xavi tend to have his team press in a 3-2-5. And so once we do go into that pressing game, when we do want to receive the ball as high as possible, one of the best players that could do that, it is going to be Gavi. Gavi is actually the best player in this Barcelona squad that can take the ball away immediately based off his energy. He knows exactly how the players are going to be reacting. He knows and anticipates the ball. And again, Xavi is going to want that. Xavi wants to win the ball as high as possible. And then once we do receive the ball coming from Gavi, or it could be Ricky Puig, right? But especially for Gavi, right? We can execute a one-touch play with Memphis or Ansu, and then there you go, we have the goal. But now this is going to lead us towards player number 3, because let's just say, for example, Xavi's Barcelona is pressing and they're pressing very high and we're in a 3-2-5 formation. What if the pressing does fail? What if the center back actually finds a solution and he finds an outlet? Like, for example, one of the things that we do tend to see in football in general is that when a center back cannot find a solution near him, right? Near him, he tends to kick a long ball towards the forwards when they are being pressed very high, because this is how one of the teams do find their solution. They kick the ball very high up into the forwards. One of the forwards do receive it, right? And now they can get out. And now they have opportunities to pass it towards one of the wingers, maybe one of the midfielders, maybe one of the center forwards, and now they can counterattack Barcelona. What if their pressing does fail, right? Now Barcelona is exposed because they had only 3 players in that defensive line. Well, that is why I do say that a player like Araujo is going to be very important for Xavi's Barcelona, because Araujo is someone who can take on spaces. He can run with you even if you do have the ball, because Araujo is a very athletic player. He's very fast, he is quick, he knows how to react very quick. And so without a fast center back like Araujo, I do not even think that Xavi would execute a high press, because it would be too risky. He would not have a 3-2-5 in the first place and have Pedri or Puig or Gavi or Ansu press the ball very high, because once one of the center forwards from the opposition receives the ball, then you're ruined. You're going to be slaughtered. And that is why I do say that Araujo is going to be very important, because without him, they would not feel safe to press high. And so Xavi is going to be demanding so much coming from this player. I do believe that eventually, because of how Xavi does set up his teams, he's going to want more fast center backs, because what happens if Araujo does get injured? So eventually, right, maybe in the future, in about 3 or 4 months, we could see Barcelona being linked towards a player like Koundé, a very fast center back, maybe De Ligt, maybe Lisandro Martinez, who knows? But as of now, Araujo under Xavi is going to have to be physically and tactically prepared. And now to finally close this video down, I want to talk about the last player that is going to be considered as a very important player for Xavi's Barcelona. So let's just say, for example, we press and regain the ball, or let's just say that we press and we fail and one of the forwards receive the ball, but then we regain the ball back coming from either Araujo or Eric Garcia or Dest, whoever it may be, right? What is going to be that next step? Well, that next step is going to be this. We need to correct play. We need to organize the play after receiving the ball. And the one player that would be the most reliable to give the ball towards to organize the play, it would be Nico Gonzalez. I do believe that Nico Gonzalez can grow into Busquets' role, because that is what Busquets has been doing in the past 10 years at Barcelona, is organizing play. Even with Xavi, right? Xavi was also considered as the one player that can organize the play when either Villa or Pedro or Messi regain the ball back. Xavi is going to need a player that can say, okay, look, I'm going to hide the ball, I'm going to protect the ball, I have the ball, now let's all get into the correct positions and let's get ready for the attacking phase moving forward. And that is going to be someone like Nico Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez can be the most reliable because he is also the most physical. physical. He is very strong on the ball. He is very hard to knock off, and that is only going to allow players more time to reorganize their positions, and that is going to greatly benefit Xavi's FC Barcelona. So those are going to be the 4 players that will be considered as instrumental and important players for this season. It's going to be Ansu Fati, it's going to be Ricky Puig and Gavi, and then it's also going to be Araujo and Nico Gonzalez. Every other player that we do have, of course, they're always going to be important, but these are going to be the pieces, the foundational pieces to build this Barcelona and also build a very strong Barcelona. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.